Salakia. All right, I'm gonna start off. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Yahweh been the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai been the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, this one is the last days warning with prophecy. So the prophecies is how you measure the time. It's a prophetic guideline, a prophetic timeline. And this is how we warning our people. Let me start off with Second Ezra. Second Ezra 9, verse 1. It say, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when you see part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shall you understand that is the very same time. That it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the earth which he made. So these prophecies is going to measure the time. Now, let me get 2nd Ezra 15, verse 1. It say, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in your mouth, says the Lord. So now it's the words of prophecy that we gonna be giving the people, and that's how we gonna measure the time. Because what did Don say? Don said measure the time diligently, but how we gonna measure it is through the prophecy. See, now let me get Ezekiel chapter 3. Ezekiel chapter 3. Starting at verse 11. It says, And go get thee unto them of the captivity. See, who is we trying to get? The descendants of slaves. See, those that's in captivity. This is what the warning is mainly for. It say, unto the children of your people. So this is a bloodline and a warning for this bloodline. It says, and speak unto them and tell them, thus says the Lord God, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. Jump down to verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. So the warning is coming from Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and it's for the children of Israel, the descendants of slaves that's in captivity. Now let me get Baruch. Let's deal with that captivity. Baruch chapter Salakia. Baruch, where are you? I think chapter 3. Yeah, it's Baruch 3 and 8. It say, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. So in this day, right at this time, we're in slavery under the so-called white man. See, nothing has changed. It says, where you have scattered us. How are we scattered? On a slave ship, in chains, 300 a pop, 500 a pop, chained together at the bottom of the boat, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments. You got to pay your light bill, you got to pay your rent, you got to pay your phone bill. See, you got to pay the sewage, you got to pay the water bill, you got to pay your car insurance. See, all these payments that the slave master and the government is going to charge you. It says, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers. See, we have to suffer the punishment of our forefathers. See, we ain't gonna get away, and they gonna get away with the wickedness. He gonna punish your children. He know where to hit you. I'll get your children. See, you think he gonna get away with wickedness? No, I will get your children. It says, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from our Lord, from the Lord our God. So we in this day, in our captivity. I want to get another one in Baruch. Baruch, where is it? There it is. This is chapter 2 of Baruch, starting at verse 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities. See, the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. See, while they're in slavery, they're going to remember, oh, this is who we are. This is our true identity. See, we not these bywords that these people is calling us. It says, it's Baruch 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because they are the stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. Okay? So this is who we're warning. Now the land of their captivity, we're going to have to deal with that. Let's go to Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. So not only is we prophesying and warning our people, this is what the prophets of old did. And they did it against kingdom. It says, against many countries. America is a great country. See, we prophesying against America. And we telling our people, giving them warning that America is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. See, America is going to be, their economy going to crash. It's going to be a great famine, a great tribulation for everybody in America. See, before they get burnt by fire, see, they not just going to get burnt to a crisp. Some of them going to starve out before they get burnt. See, some of them going to be half, chopped in pieces, dealing with cannibalism. And then they going to get burnt by fire. Oh, let's get it. What is it? Second Esdras? First Esdras. Let me try second Esdras. Yeah, second Esdras, chapter 8, verse 50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. See, the people in America, they walk in great pride. You see, and they don't understand that that great pride is condemning them. See how it says, oh, let's get that. Proverbs. Proverbs 18. This is the people of America. 18:10. No, I'm thinking of the wrong one. 18. Man, which one is it? Oh, 16:18. Salaki. It says, pride go before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. See, that's what America, see, these Americans are very prideful. They're very stubborn and haughty. See, that's why the pride is being allowed to go to the full extent. The Lord is letting them just become very, very prideful. I was watching this dude, he talking about how the BRICS is going to fail. He said if people have a choice to pick the BRICS over the dollar or the dollar over the BRICS, they going to go with the BRICS. And he's saying the BRICS is going, we not going to fail. People going to keep picking the dollar. Even though the Federal Reserve and the government of America is making all these bad mistakes and bad decisions, people are still going to pick the dollar. You see, the dollar is making all kind of 90% of the sales, the import, the export. And he don't think that the dollar is going to fail. See, they don't, these Edomites is thoroughly prideful. See, let's go into that. And this is what we want in our people. They're dealing with a prideful people that don't ever think they're going to be destroyed. And the prophecies say that they're going to be destroyed. The book of Obadiah. We're going to get right to the point. Verse 3, it says, the pride of your heart have deceived you, you that dwell in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? See, this is what the red dragon is saying. This is what the devil is saying. Who shall bring me down to the ground? See, their military gave them that pride. Their police station give them that pride. You see, their weapons give them that pride. Their military airplanes, their military swords. This is how they get this pride that they can be undefeated. You see? Oh, let's get that in Malachi. Malachi chapter 1. Start at verse 4. It says, whereas Edom, see, the so-called white man, the devil, you see, Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. See, in 1914, these dragons, 1492, these dragons say, oh, we gonna go rebuild everything. We're gonna put these Negroes in slavery, and we're gonna rebuild our kingdom. We're not gonna stay they workers and they peasants. I'm an Israelite. It says, but we shall return and build the desolate places, thus says the Lord of hosts. They shall build. So the Lord say they gonna build. See, they gonna build their little funky kingdom, America, Britain. See, their little dollar, their euro, their pound. They colonize the world. They gonna do it. It says, but I will throw down, and they shall call them, see, the Edomite, every last so-called white man, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. See, he hates these people forever. See, They so prideful they don't think he coming for them. See, but they see them ships in the sky. They see them ships coming. And see, when they show up, just like on Independence Day, they gonna swallow their throat. They gonna swallow their tongue. It says, let's get the sun. What is it? Six. The six There it is. 3 holy children. Look how the 3 holy children describe it. He said, and thou did deliver us unto a lawless enemy. See, these people are lawless. They act like they got the police station, but their laws are crooked. See, they allow these people to come on this beach butt naked, showing all of their vagina and their body part, and they don't call the police and arrest the people. See, you can't do that in Egypt. You can't do it in Arabia or Iran or any of these other places. But you come to under these people, they some lawless enemies, and they doing it so they can influence the children of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's who they want to influence to be wicked. It says, and you did deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies. See, who was delivered into lawless enemies? Let's get that in Luke. See, that's how we wanted our people. The prophecies say we was going to be delivered unto a lawless enemy. It wasn't going to be our friend. It wasn't going to be our co-worker. See, our nice neighbor. See, our nice schoolmate. Our nice football, basketball teammate. See, it was going to be our enemy. This Luke 1:68, it say, blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he have redeemed his people. How did he redeem his people?
He just redeemed them.
He allowed us to understand we slaves under the so-called white man. And we finna put them in chains and beat their back in. You see? It says, blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he have visited and redeemed his people. I'm going to jump down to verse 71. It says that we shall be saved from our enemies. See, who is this lawless, godless enemy that we were delivered to? The so-called devil, the white man. See, that's who we were delivered to. We weren't delivered to a nice carekeeper, a nice old man. It says that we shall be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. See, they'll smile in your face and they'll speak sweet words and talk about love, 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 but these people hate your guts. See, they hate your guts. See, they don't care about no skin color, man. This thing is way deeper than a skin color. Skin color just let them know that you're an Israelite. So that's so they can hate you behind. They don't care no about no skin color. Now, back to 3 holy children. It says, and thou did deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of God. See, they're going to forsake anything God got going on with their stinking laws. See, they're going to come up with a law that's just going to forsake everything. They talking about they're a Christian country. You got Ronald Reagan talking about the King James Version Bible is the best Bible, and this is a Christian country, all this crap. See, but they're going to forsake everything in the Bible. They're going to forsake every law, every righteous decree in the Bible. It says, the most hateful forsakers of God, and to an unjust king. See, this is what it's all about. An unjust king, because a king has a kingdom. And the king is the so-called white man. See, in his kingdom, he gonna be unjust. It's not you're not gonna get justice in this place. They set up what you call it, persecute, not persecute. The lawyer that do the you have a defense lawyer and you have a persecutor lawyer. I forget the word, but you got two lawyers. One that's gonna persecute your behind, and one that's gonna defend you. See, and they set these lawyers up just so they can get clout. You can be innocent, and they need some clout, so they gonna make the trial go where you take your behind to jail. So now, I sent somebody to jail and gave him 10 years, so I'm a good lawyer now. Now I can get more cases in the courtroom. This is how these people operate. It says the most hateful forsakers of God and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world. See, the scriptures got these people, I'm talking about, got them down to a T. You got to be the most wicked in the world when you want somebody to work in your cotton field and you knock all their teeth out their mouth and pour oatmeal down their mouth so they can survive and work in your cotton field. See, you need somebody in the cotton field that bad. Let me knock all his teeth out of his mouth and feed him and make him get in that cotton field. Pick that cotton. See, work you from sun up to sun down where you die in the sugarcane field. See, in 1 year, them slaves was dropping dead because you had an unjust king and the most wicked of all the world. That's who you was delivered to. See, there ain't no fallen angels from the sky. See, all these stories, they come up, fallen angels, some big dragon underground with a pitchfork and some horns. See, and he ain't under the ground, he on top of the ground. And that pitchfork and them horns is his laws. See, that fire is when he throw you behind in that prison. So they say being in prison in America, see, some of these countries, especially in the European country, their jailhouse look like a hotel, man. They throw you in the prison in America, you might as well be dead. You might as well they bury you under the ground alive. See, this is what the American wicked of all the wicked, this is what they do. They'll throw you in a hole for 30 whole days. See, these people are the most wicked. Now look at verse 10. He say, and now we cannot open up our mouth. See, that's why it's so amazing that the Lord got us opening our mouth now. See, we know our slavery and our captivity is almost over because we can open up our mouth now. We know who the devil is. We got evidence on the devil. See, we can persecute, or we can't persecute him, but we can give him his judgment. See, now we his judge. It says that now we cannot open up our mouths. We are become a shame and a reproach to your servants and to them that worship you. See, our own people, they scared of the devil. See, they scared of the so-called white man. That's why it's a shame to them that we come and give him his judgment. Tell him he the devil. Tell him he going in the chain. See, tell him what the prophets say. His kingdom is falling on purpose. The Lord is destroying his kingdom on purpose. There's no way he gonna get out of the destruction of his kingdom. Now, what is it? Let's get these enemies. Deuteronomy. Let's expound on these enemies. Deuteronomy 28. 28, I'm gonna start at 48. It says, therefore, thou shalt serve your enemies, which the Lord shall send against you. So he sent our enemies against us. That's what the three holy children. That's what they was talking about in the Apocrypha. It says, uh, "Send them against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness." Everything you got to go to their grocery store. You got to get everything you need from them. And in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon your neck until he have destroyed thee. He says, 49, the Lord shall bring a nation against you from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. So it wasn't just going to be uh, enemies, random enemies that was going to be coming. This was going to be one major enemy. See, this was going to be a nation. And it wasn't just going to be like the American government. No. See, they got many governments. That's why in Revelation, that dragon had 10 horns. Because they got many governments. They got France, Spain, Portugal, see, Germany. They got many governments that this nation has. Verse 50, it says, a nation of fierce continents which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. So it wasn't going to show favor to the old woman. She going to pick that cotton. See, she gonna pick cotton with the rest of them. They're not gonna show favor to the 5-year-old baby. He gonna be out there picking cotton. She gonna be out there picking cotton with her mama and her daddy. See, these dragons ain't gonna show favor to nobody. It says, a nation of fierce continent. See, when you see one of these dragons, they look like they dead. See, that's why when Miriam caught leprosy, they say she is like somebody that's dead, man. See, the Lord did not create no people that had leprosy. That was a disease. That was somebody that had a plague. See, if you do not have dark skin, that's because it was somebody had a plague, and it was a lack of melanin in their skin. See, that's a whole plague. Cause the sun gonna kill your behind if you don't got melanin. See, they had to wrap them up. Where is it? Let's go ahead and touch on that a little bit. Just a little bit. Leviticus 13. These people got a fierce continent. When you look at them, look like a whole dead person. Leviticus 13, starting at verse 13, it says, and the priest shall consider, and behold, if the leprosy have covered all his flesh, he shall pronounce him clean that have the plague. It is all turned white. He is clean. You see, being white and being light is leprosy. It's a plague. See, Adam did not have leprosy. See, Eve did not have leprosy. Nobody who was created first had leprosy. That came later with the so-called white man. It says, but when raw flesh appear in him, he shall be unclean. So as long as he didn't have raw flesh and he was white, he was clean. But he still had clean leprosy. See, so this is what the conversation was all about. If leprosy break out. So this is the nation that had that fierce continent. See, they had leprosy. See, and they was coming with a whip and with a pistol and with ropes and hound dogs and you finna get in that cotton field, you finna get in that sugar cane field, that tobacco field, you finna rake up they pine straw, you finna pick they pecan, see, you finna mop their floors and be they butler and they maid and clean their toilet and wash their clothes, see, you gonna be they servants and handmaid. Let's go ahead and get that. Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14 and 3. It says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from your sorrow and from your fear. See, these jokers fear the so-called white man. See, the Lord got them too. See, they fear the devil. That's why they scared to come into the truth. They scared to believe the truth. It says, and from your fear and from your hard bondage wherein you was made to serve. See, you made to serve in Florida, especially in America, because you got homeless populations at the height in California and Florida. But see, some of these states, if you are homeless or don't want to work for these dragons, you can go in the woods and you can survive out there in the woods. See, you can't do that in Florida. See, you can't say, okay, I just don't want to work and I'm gonna just lay around and do whatever I want to do. No, you know, they gonna come in the bushes wherever you at, pull up all your tents and everything you got, and kick you out the woods. You on the side of the road, they gonna tell you to get up, get a job. You ain't just gonna do nothing. See, you got to be their slave. They gonna force you to work. It says, and from hard bondage wherein you was made to serve. See, you was made to serve. This is a part of the punishment. Let me get that in Leviticus. I mean, Lamentation. I'm talking about Leviticus. Lamentation, chapter 5. It says, where is it? Salakia, chapter 4. I'm going to start with 8, but let me start with 17. It says, as for us, and this is talking about the 2/3, see, those that are scared of and in fear of the so-called white man, in fear of the devil, this is them talking. As for us, our eyes yet failed us for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. See, they're looking for that nation that had fierce continent and then show favor to the old or to the young. They're looking for that nation to save they behind. Give us reparation. Give us what you call it, raise the minimum wage. See, they think you gonna raise the minimum wage and that's gonna do something. When their inflation and their cost of living is way over the minimum wage, you can give them the maximum wage and they still ain't gonna be surviving in this place. It says, verse 18, they hunt our steps. See, how do they hunt our steps? You ride around in Babylon, the Great America, for a minute, and you'll find out. It says they hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. See, you hang around America for a good minute, and you're gonna see the police on your behind. See, you can be all the way legit, innocent, whatever you want to put on it. They gonna be hunting your steps and watching your behind. See, you're gonna be in your rearview mirror looking at the hunter. They gonna be hunting you down. They got cameras hunting your behind down. They watching you with all kind of cameras all over the place. It says, our end is near. See, when it get to that point, Well, these dragons got cameras on every corner. They hunting your steps. See, you know the end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Then you know the end is near when they hunting down your steps. They say our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. That's why you got an eagle on the dollar. That's why the American bird is the eagle, the bald eagle, because this is their symbol. This is the way the Lord was going to identify that nation. It says they pursue us upon the mountains, meaning the kingdoms. They lay wait for us in the wilderness. See, I'm going to jump down to verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. See, it's telling the Edomites, you better be glad that you got your kingdom now. Like I just made the video with Conan the Barbarian. Conan, he tell the girl that was trying to get with him, he say, listen, he was drunk. He say, I'm supposed to get a kingdom. I was promised a kingdom. First he said a kingdom was promised to me. He said, no, I mean I was promised a kingdom. She said, well, how you gonna get a queen? He said he talking about his dead girlfriend or the other woman that died on him. But that they showed you in the movie that this is what they talking about. And he was all about the sword. See, he's swinging that sword all over the place. That's just an example of the so-called white man. The Edomites was promised the kingdom. That's why I say rejoice and be glad. Have fun while you got it, because it won't last forever. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto you. You shall be drunken. See, Sylvester, what was his name? Sylvester, not Sylvester Stallone. Arnold Schwarzenegger. See, he was drunk, and he said, "I was promised the kingdom." See, it says, "And shall be made, and shall make yourself naked." Verse 22. The punishment of your iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. See, the Israelite punishment is almost over. See, our punishment is at the end. This is like your mama said, you're gonna be on punishment for 2 weeks. See, we at the end of them 2 weeks. That's why we can tell the white man he is the devil to his face. Because it's coming to an end. It says, he will no more carry you away into captivity. See, what is captivity? Slavery. He can no more carry you away when it comes to the end. When it comes to the end, he's not going to have that type of power. All the power going to be taken out because he can't throw you in chains no more. See, he can't work you from sun up to sundown, pay you some minimum wage. People in Georgia making $7 an hour. Cost of living is about $20 an hour. You see? And that's the devil, the white man, is doing it. He said, he will visit your iniquity, O daughter of Edom. See, now he's going to visit the so-called white man. Now his dollar is being attacked. See, that's why you got the BRICS, you got South Africa, you got Russia, China, Brazil. See, they coming against that dollar. And their whole survival is about that dollar. Once they attack that dollar, 50% of the dollar is going to decrease. It's already 90% decrease. So guess what? It ain't going to be meaning nothing. You're going to walk up in that 7-Eleven and they can't buy nothing. It says, O daughter of Edom, he will discover your sin. See, this is the point of prophecy. It's at the end of the slavery for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Their slavery is about up. And it's really the captivity, because they captured under the so-called white man. Let's get that in Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14, I'm going to start at 1. It say, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. See, that he haven't set nobody in that land because in 1948, the so-called Rothschilds, they put them people in that land by a decree, a declaration. See, they sent people back in that land. The Jehovah wickedness, they sat up there and did all kind of what you call it, promotion for them people to go back in that land, talking about they the two most powerfulest Hebrews in the world. See, them people are not a Hebrew, man. You is a so-called dragon. You is not a Hebrew. It says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. See, it's going to be a 360 change of hand. Well, how it's switching places like with Eddie Murphy and the so-called white man. That movie was all about switching places with the slave master and the slave. It says, and they shall take them captives who captives they were. So if you were somebody's slave, you finna take they behind in the slavery. And they shall rule over their oppressors. See, the government and the so-called white man is oppressing everybody. See, dude told me, he say, two of the politicians, they said they gave $1 million to charity, so they went and checked up on the people, and the people say they lost $1 million. You see, that's the kind of crap that is going on in the government. They had one lady, she working for the Pentagon or something. She say she lost $900 billion or some mess. How you lose $900 billion? See, they giving other countries billions of dollars while people sleeping on the street. This is the wickedness of America. It says, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Jump down to verse 4. It says that you shall take up this parable against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased and the golden city ceased? See, it's going to come to a point where the oppressor is going to cease. And people going to have the parable. It's just like now that dollar is dropping and the whole world is talking about that dollar. See, and people are saying, we going with Russia, we going with China, we going with the BRICS. We not going to go with this dollar that's oppressing the world. That they try to put sanctions on people and tell them what to do in their country. Now, let me get 21. This Isaiah 14:21, it say, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. See, who filling the face of the world with cities? See, it's not the Hispanics, it's not the Native American, and it's definitely not the descendants of slaves. They better can buy a house. See, you go down there in South America, them people living in huts and stuff, man. Them people are not living on the hall. You better can buy a house in America. So who is filling the face of the world with cities? It's the so-called white man. You go to, I think it's Switzerland or one of them countries, and them jokers, they got zero homeless, zero unemployment. See, in some of these other countries. And I think it's Switzerland. Zero unemployment. What does that mean? See, that means in America, these people doing that on purpose. Now, let me get these 2/3. Let me get Romans, starting Romans 11. Because it's 2/3 of our people that the Lord just ain't gonna choose. See, He ain't choosing everybody. Romans 11, verse 7, it says, "What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the elect have obtained it, and the rest was blinded." See, the Lord blinded the rest of the Israelites. See, He didn't want he wasn't gonna save everybody, like when He saved everybody out of Egypt. And let's get that. Revelations 11. Revelations 11, starting at verse 8, it says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city." That's America, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. See, that means this is spiritually Egypt. But everybody ain't getting saved out of spiritual Egypt, like the first Egypt. Only 2/3 is getting saved. The rest are blinded, and they gonna follow the devil. Let me get that. Jeremiah 8 and 3. It says, "And death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, says the Lord of hosts." So all of these places of slavery that they was driven in the UK, they was driven in uh, South America, the islands, see, in all these places. Good Lord, what's that it got on? When they was driven in all those places, they was told something. Let's get that in her Hosea. See, Apostle Paul brought all of this out. He quoted all these prophecies. Hosea, you know what? Let's get it from Apostle Paul's mouth, since I'm right here in Romans. He said it in Romans 9. Romans 9, starting at verse 25. He said, "As he said also in Hosea, I will call," hey, how you doing? "I will call them my people, which are not my people, and hear and her beloved, which was not beloved." So he quoting Hosea 1 and 10, saying, in the land of their captivity, where they was sent, South America, the islands, America, the UK, and some of all these other nations, he said, "I will call them my people, which were not called my people." So they wasn't called his people in Brazil. They wasn't called his people in Colombia. They wasn't called his people in Jamaica. See, they was called by that landmass, which is not a people. See, that's what they named the land. But people thinking that's their name and that's their heritage just because they live in the land. It says, And as he said also in Hosea, I will call them my people, which were not my people. Verse 26, this is Romans 9 and 26. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people. So it was said to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. See, y'all just the children of slavery. We don't know where y'all come from. And you are Spanish, y'all the property of Spain. And you are Indians, y'all a bunch of savages. See, they was calling them anything. Blackie, darky, see, Negro. They call them all kind of names. It says, ye are not my, he said, in that place where it was said unto them, you are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living God. So Apostle Paul, man, he quoting it. Apostle Paul saying the Israelites was going to lose their identity. That's why he brought up the Greeks, because in the Greek captivity, the Greeks told, hey, man, you can't be talking about you an Israelite. You can't be calling yourself you from Manasseh or whatever the tribe you from. You is a Greek. You live in our Greek world, and you gonna call yourself a Greek. So that's why Paul, he had to quote Hosea and say, oh, we're gonna lose our identity, and in the land of our captivity, we're gonna realize that we are a descendant of a slave, because only the nation of Israel went into slavery. Only the nation of Israel is under an oppressor. See, because most of the people, the family of the oppressor, they choose to be living like they living. See, you ain't got no choice. You gonna be oppressed and work with a hard bondage. They not gonna work their children like that. Now, let me get. So that was what, Revelation 11. That spiritual Egypt. Only a select few. Oh, that's what I wanted. The next verse. See, Apostle Paul, he quoted both of them to show you that, first of all, in the land of your captivity, you're going to lose your identity, but everybody not going to wake up to their identity. After he quoted Hosea 1 and 10, he quoted Isaiah, I think Isaiah 11. He says, this Romans 9 and 27. Isaiah also cried concerning Israel. See, so that first verse was concerning Israel. It wasn't concerning nobody else. It wasn't concerning some freaking religion. He says, concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. See, not all Israelites is going to wake up to the truth. See, the majority of them is going to follow the so-called white man. The majority of them is going to choose death. See, they're going to choose to follow what he say out of his mouth, and they're going to be destroyed. Let's get that while we bringing it up. Zechariah. Zechariah 13. Starting at verse 8, it's saying, it shall come to pass that in all the land, says the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire. See, that's how they're going to be cut off, by fire. It says, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. So only a remnant is going to be saved. Only 2/3. But 1/3, I mean, did I say that right? Only 1/3 is going to be saved. 2/3 is going to be cut off and die by fire. See, that fire is going to cut them off from the land of the living. Okay. Where we at? Oh, let me get Matthew 7. Matthew 7, starting at verse 13, and say, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go therein. So wide is the way to destruction. And many of the Israelites, 2/3 of the Israelites, 66% of the Israelites is going to go into the way of destruction. Is going to choose death, the so-called white man, the pale horse. See, the pale nation. They're going to choose them and follow them just like that Judas goat. They're going to follow them into a pit and be burned up. Verse 14, it says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So that 1/3, only a few is going to find it. See, the majority of the Israelites is going to fall victim to following the devil. See, they're going to fall victim to kissing up to the so-called white man, fearing the so-called white man, following him into a certified pit. Now, let's see here. All right, let's get some into the last day prophecy. Revelations 18, and I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day. So it's going to be one day, and that's in Revelation. That one day is talking about a period of time. It's not talking about 24 hours. They didn't have no such thing as 24 hours. See, back in the ancient world, it's talking about a period of time. See, one period of time. Where is it? Oh, verse 8. It says, one period of time, death and mourning and famine. See, it's going to be a great famine in Babylon, the great America. And on these 2/3. It says, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord who who judged her. So this place is going to have a major famine that's going to run through it. Yeah, we talking about that great city, Babylon, that great city that's reigning over the kings of the earth. Because the other kings of the earth have to have an American banking account. See, the trade in the American banking account. They don't want to trade in their own money. They want to trade with the dollar. So they got to have an American banking account just to trade. So America is running the whole world. The whole world got to have an American banking account. Are you serious? That's Babylon the Great, reigning over the kings of the earth. Now, it says a famine is going to crush through America. Let's get it out of Yahushua's mouth in Matthew 24, getting right to the point. Verse 7, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines." See that famine, that food shortage. That's going to be the major situation. That's going to be the backbreaker of America. When you can't find no food to put in your mouth, that's when reality going to kick in. See, that's when they know that the prophets came on the scene and gave them warning that it was a famine coming through. And they just told us a couple of months ago. See, it's going to go right up to that time, and they're going to say, yep, it was some guys telling us that crap, man. They sound kind of crazy, but they so said it. Second Ezra 6, get right to the point. 6 and verse 20. It says, "And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens." That's why Yahweh shall say, when they asked him when the end was, what was going to happen in the end, this is what he was talking about. Because Ezra wrote the same situation. He says, I'm going to jump down to verse 22. "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty." See, why are they going to suddenly be found empty? Because when that dollar drop, it's going to have no value. That's why they're going to bring in the ultimate currency. But for that to happen, these people are going to get away from that dollar, and it's going to be all heck breaking loose. It says, verse 23, "And the trumpet shall give a sound." See, when the store is empty and ain't no food in the store, then they're going to hit that trumpet. And everybody going to panic. What they say, panic shopping? When they hear they ain't have no toilet paper, everybody panic. Snatched everything out the store. It says, "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies." See, so that store is going to dry up, and they're going to be ready to kill and eat each other. See, because they so used to going to McDonald's, getting a 99-cent burger. See, they so used to going to a Walmart and getting a pack of bologna or a pack of hot dog. They're going to be ready to eat people alive. Now, 2 Ezra 15, he gave you the climax. What's going to happen in the last day? That famine going to hit. He said, this 2 Ezra 15, I'm going to start at 19. It says, "And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." See, that lack of bread, that's what it was all about. That lack of bread turned these civilized people into cannibals. See, what happened when the plane crashed up there in the movie Alive? They crashed in the snow, and they don't got no food to eat. They start eating each other. Whoever died first, they went to eating that person. This is how these Americans gonna be. And most of these Americans is overweight, eating. They can't go 30 minutes without putting some food in their mouth. See, it says, but they destroyed their houses with the sword and spoiled their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Let's jump over to 16. The second Ezra 16 and 22. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. See? And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. See, they're gonna be fighting over the food, and if they gonna kill each other. And if they hide away, they're gonna drop dead because they ain't got nothing to eat. See, this is how this thing gonna play out. And they gonna force people to try to turn you into a robot, see, into a cyborg. If you turn into a cyborg, you can have some of this food because they're gonna confiscate everything, man. They controlling the trade when the food come in and go out. So you ain't once they take your food, ain't nothing you can do. You're gonna have to starve out or get them do whatever they tell you to do. Now let's get that in 79. I mean 69, Salaki. This second Ezra 16 and 69. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under the foot. If you give in and say, okay, government, so-called white man, whoever got the food, I'm gonna turn me into a robot, do whatever you want to do. Stick all kind of devices in my body, do whatever you want to do. Just give me some of that food you got over there. See, like your boy on life, he said, can I have some of your cornbread? See, they gonna be trying to get anything they can get. It says, now those are the people that's gonna consent to the devil. See, they gonna do whatever he say. But 70 tell you the people who ain't gonna consent to him. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. See, those that fear the Lord, they gonna tell the so-called white man, man, if you don't get out my face with that device you talking about, that digital currency you talking about, I don't give a dang about none of that. I'd rather drop dead and starve out. See, those people, that's who they gonna come and have an insurrection on. And that's what they did in Babylon. That's why this is Babylon the Great. Let's get that. Daniel chapter 3. See, they gonna have that great insurrection because you're gonna have the ones that do what the government say, they gonna be hating. Why them people ain't have to take it? Let's see, Daniel chapter 3. Because during Babylon, he told everybody to bow down to that statue. And if you didn't bow down to the statue, he's gonna throw you into a burning furnace. So they got scared. They bowed down. All nations did. But only the Israelites didn't do it. Daniel 3 and where is it? Daniel 3. Oh, and verse 8. It says, wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. See, they say, hey man, they ain't bowing down to that statue. They ain't bowing down to what you told them to do. See, then you're gonna have that insurrection. They gonna come and try to get everything about your house. You think they got some food, they storing some food over there, man. Plus they ain't took that device you told them to stick in their behind, just like when he was serving out that poison. If you ain't get that poison, you had everybody looking at you crazy. You ain't take the poison, you gonna get everybody sick, man. Why you ain't got a mask on your face? See, this is the same situation that's gonna happen when that dollar drop, when that dollar crash. They gonna turn into some snitches. It says, verse 70, it says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods. See, that's that food. You think you gonna be a doomsday prepper and you gonna hide your food from the government? You got another thing coming. You gonna have to come up out that house. Look at what it says. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. So you can't be no doomsday prepper and say I'm gonna store up some food and get a bunch of guns and hide in my house. No, they coming to your house and they gonna kick you out their house and take your food. It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. See, the chosen is not gonna take and do whatever the government and the devil is saying to do. They're gonna reject everything he's talking about, and he gonna have to come after them and start giving them all kind of ultimatums. And let's get that. That's what Revelation 13 is all about. See, Revelation 13 is talking about Babylon the Great too. It's talking about America. Because verse 10 tell you that the slavery, that they got to get payback for slavery, man. Then it goes into the nuclear atomic bomb that they dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Then it goes into, in these times, when they try to get everybody to worship they behind and do what they say. Verse 16 is saying, he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Here go to point 17. And that no man might buy or sell. So you're not going up in that store buying nothing unless the devil say you can do it. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So you got to have what this devil try to push on your behind. He gonna make it mandated. We got a mandated decree. If you don't get this, you ain't coming in this store and buying nothing. See, and it's just like them stores they got popping up, and they got a Negro woman and another Negro man. They sitting around getting money from Bill Gates and promoting the crap. What we got to deal with Microsoft, all you got to do is wave your barcode code over the thing and come into the store. And then we got a scale under the food. Once you take the food off, it's going to calculate the food. See, you can't come in here with $1. You can't come in here with a bag full of quarters or a bag of nickels. See, you can't come in this store with none of that crap. You got to have this thing that we got it hooked up with. See, we can say you can swipe your card at first, but after that, we gonna change that. See, we already got a chip on your card, man. We already got the chip on your card, so we can transfer this thing into a whole nother situation. You see, and this is how the devil operates. Now let's get the reason why 2 Ezra 16 and 69 said they're gonna be trodden under the foot. Revelation 14 and 9, it said, the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man, not a country, not a nation, any man, see, you ain't got to be a whole country that's going to be dealing with it. If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without measure into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. See, he gonna be burnt with fire, because when America go into all chaos, these other nations is gonna take uh, the initiative to attack. That's when the attack is gonna go down. Oh, America done went up in flames. They killing each other. They eating each other. The government might have a small section that's under control, but outside of that, they in all chaos, man. This is the time to strike. See, and you gonna have 2/3 wicked Negroes that's gonna be still hoping on America to survive. They see you can't go in the people just can't go in the store. See, the food done dried up. They looking for food. They might be traveling all kind of the distances to make it to the food. You see, they trying to get to the food. Because once you have a panic, man, you're going to have the highway packed. Just like in these movies, man. The highway packed, you just can't jump on the highway and go nowhere. Everybody trying to do it. Now let's get that in let me get Isaiah 19. It shows how this place is gonna go up on a Tuesday like they at the club. Isaiah 19 and 1, it said the burden of Egypt. And this talking about that spiritual Egypt, America. Not talking about no ancient Egypt. It says, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. See, he ain't riding on no swift cloud back in Egypt. See, he talking about America. It says, and shall come into Egypt. See, it says the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. This is exactly what he's saying in Jeremiah and in Isaiah 63. See, well, really, it's saying that in Luke 21 and in Jeremiah. See, the heart of these people is going to, let's get Jeremiah first. That verse is so identical, man. Jeremiah 49 and 22, it says, behold, he shall come up and fly as an eagle, and spread his wings over Bosra, and at that day shall the heart of mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pain. That's what it just said. It says, the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Okay, then when you go to Luke 21. He says, verse 26, men's hearts fell in them for fear. See, that's the same what he said in Isaiah, Jeremiah. Their hearts gonna fail them for fear. And for looking after those things which are coming upon the earth. And for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud. See, that's that swift cloud. That's that chariot, like on Independence Day. See, but while that's going on, back to Isaiah 19. He said, and I will set Egyptians against the Egyptians. See, the Americans against the Americans. And they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. See, this is how America is going to go up. See, it's going to go up in flames when the nuclear missiles hit, but before that, it's going to be all heck breaking loose. Because they're going to be fighting one another. Let me get that 2nd Ezra 16 again. Because I want to go into that verse 16. Oh, no. 2nd Ezra 15, Salaki. Verse 16, it says, For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. See, they're not going to care about the military or the police. They running into any house they can find some food. It says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So they're going to be trying to move to city, trying to find food. See, the police going to be trying to stop them. They're going to have roadblocks. It's going to be all kind of chaos, man. See, they're going to have people trying to stop them, but it's not going to be able to stop them. They still going to go and do what they got to do, and it's going to be chaos, man. This is what's coming to America. See, and it can pop off at any time because it's hard to find food. See, it ain't so easy to find food. And really that famine situation, it's really the people that got the access to the food, they gonna start confiscating, which they already have, to put in their bunkers and to put in their underground cities. See, they got underground housing under Disney World, Washington D.C., Denver, the Denver airport. They got bunkers under that. See, they got all kind of crap. Oh, let's go ahead and get that. What we talking about? Bunkers. See, this is what these Negroes in the 2/3, they don't see the clear evidence of what's going on. Revelation 6. See, the prophecy said that these people gonna start to dig in the hole of the ground and start putting houses down there, living down there. Who would have guessed that one? I'm gonna start at this Revelation 6 and 15. It says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captain, the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the den. Where is that? The bunker, underground bunker. It says, and in the rocks of the mountain. Verse 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. See, these people ain't building $1 million bunkers. It's not cheap to build a bunker, man. You can't build no bunker for $2,000. You can't win the lottery for $500,000 and build you an underground bunker worth anything. See, you got to have $3 million. That's the beginning price to build you a bunker that a nuclear missile ain't gonna reach down that far. But they building them. It says, verse 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So they know that something is coming. They already got the bunkers and everything built. And I done seen a whole field. I'm talking about a field. The field empty. When you look at it from the sky, it's just gonna look like an empty field. But you got these markers that's showing you, okay, here go a bunker right here, here go a bunker right there. They all side right beside each other. See, they got a whole community. It's just like they go build a big old apartment complex or housing community, the suburbs. See, they building houses right beside each other. That's how they building those bunkers. And you got these elite people that's down there that got the money to do it. See, $3 million, $5 million. I think Bill Gates, he got a bunker on all of his properties. If he got a house, he done threw the mansion under the house. See, just in case he hear this alert that they got on the phone. Now they trying to put the alert on the phone, alerting everybody's phone that they finna be under the attack. To see that Armageddon and that war is on them. See, it ain't on everybody. It's on they behind. Oh, let's get it. Revelation 19. See, that's what these people don't understand. Revelation 19 and 19. Look, it's finna name the same people that the war is gonna be on. Verse 18 it say that ye may eat the flesh of kings. See, there we go again, kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men. See, this is what the war is on. These captains, these mighty men, these military generals and soldiers. See, these rich people. This is who the war is on. The people with power. It says the flesh of horses and of them that sit thereon. See, people, they got airplanes and jets thinking that they can do something. It says, and of them that sat thereon, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. See, because you're going to have some free men that's in them jets, that's working for the so-called white man. You're going to have some men in bondage, a whole slave, and he want to go fight in the military for his slave master. See, that's why he going to get his behind ate up too, because he want to go serve the slave master. Verse 19, it says, and I saw the beast. See, that's the coalition of the so-called white men. It says, and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. So this is what Armageddon is all about. It's about the war of the rich people fighting against God at the end of the day. See, and the rich people got coalition. The rich people got a coalition. They hanging together and doing all kind of things together. That's why you got the UN, you got the EU, you got NATO. See, you got BRICS. All these people joining together because they all in cahoots with each other. And this is who the Lord is going to be fighting against. He's not fighting the people in bondage and the people that's being oppressed. He coming to save the people that's being oppressed by these rich people, by these rulers. Let me get that in Ephesians. People think it's a war between some God and the devil, or good angels against bad angels. See, that's what they think. And that's a bold-faced lie. Ephesians 6 and 12, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, governments, man. It says against powers. See, that's another word for government. Against rulers of the darkness of this world. See, the ones who ruling and blinding everybody. See, the one that's telling everybody all these lies. These who we fighting against. It says against spiritual wickedness in high places. See, this is what the war is all about. It's not about a fallen angel or a bad angel. See, so one of the angels just went crazy. He went psycho and he went to fighting God like God ain't got no power. Like he ain't scared of God and he don't understand the power of God. He just gonna fight against him. No, that's a bold-faced lie, man. He talking about rich people, the government, the so-called white man. That's who he fighting against. Because nobody else ain't got no power. See, nobody else ain't got no power to do nothing. Make no law. See, they acting like they got the legislation and the Senate. See, we have democracy. No such thing as a democracy. See, these dragons is making everything. They're not negotiating. They're not having no kind of votes. That voting crap is a lie, man. Now let's get Isaiah to show what's gonna happen to these people. What is the war? Who is the war against? It says, this is Isaiah 34:2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. See, he finna slaughter. He finna slaughter the darn armies, man. They not coming to fight no Negroes in the project. They not coming to fight no Hispanics in the fiesta, drinking beers, sitting on a donkey. See, they not gonna fight these peasants. The Lord is coming to fight these rich people. They got power. These billionaires and millionaires and thousandaires, see, who don't gotta work a job and lift their finger. That's who he coming to fight. That's who he coming to kill. Now, let's get Isaiah 34:6. It says, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of ram. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Bosra. See, that Bosra is talking about Babylon the Great, America. It's the capital city of the so-called white man. See, he says, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. See, that great slaughter is going to be in America. That's why you got people right now killing their whole family. See, every day in the news, you got a husband kill everybody. He got 7 people in his family. He killing everybody, man. The Lord got him doing that because these people is walking in great pride. See, they know it all. They want to do whatever they want to do. See, they got free will that the devil told them that they got, which they don't. This is what's in their head. See, this is the thoughts. Oh, let's get it. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12, it says, for the word of God is quick and powerful and stronger than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. See, the scriptures let you know how these people are so proud, man. They want to do whatever they want to do and whenever they want to do it. The Christian church tell them the law is done away with. You don't got to do nothing God telling you to do, man. God can't tell you what to do. He's not trying to tell you what to do. You do whatever you feel like doing. See, this is the conversation in America. Back in Second Ezra, I'm gonna start at 61. This second Ezra 16:61. It says, "He made man and put his heart in the midst of the body, and gave him breath, life, and understanding. Yeah, and the Spirit of the Almighty God, which made all things and searched out all things in the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth your invention and what ye think in your heart." Meaning he know what you think in your mind. Even them that sin and would hide their sins. See, they think they gonna hide what they doing, and they not gonna be able to hide it. Therefore have the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. See, they thinking they can do whatever they want. You ain't gonna be able to do whatever you want. The laws in the Bible are not done away with. You ain't gonna be held accountable for the so-called white man's laws. See, it's gonna be you gonna be held accountable for the laws in the Bible. See, the laws that Moses got from God, them the laws that you're gonna be held accountable for. It says that this is 64. Therefore have the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. See how you gonna if the law is done away with, like the Christian church say, how in the world he gonna put somebody to shame? They can do whatever they want to do, whatever they feel like doing. How is he gonna put somebody to shame? Because they telling a bold-faced lie, and they can't do whatever they want to do. It says in verse 65, "And when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sins shall be your accusers in that day." See, and we the one showing them that you talking about the law is done away with. Really? So that means you sinning all over the place. If the law done away with, you eating shrimp, crab, lobster. See, you doing all kind of abominations, messing with other people, women, messing with dogs. See, you doing all kind of abomination, and they sin is being a witness against them. To let it be known that they wicked. Now, for the wisdom of Solomon, it says, "For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject to sin." So a malicious soul is not going to receive no correction. See, a malicious soul ain't going to receive nothing coming out of this darn Bible, man. A malicious soul is straight. They want to do what they want to do when they want to do it, and don't want nobody to say nothing about it. They're not going to search out the word that's in this book and care about it. And that's most of these Americans. That's why 2/3 of the nation of Israel is being blinded by the so-called white man to do wickedness. Let's get that. First Corinthians, First Corinthians 4. Oh, Salaki, Second Corinthians. Trip. Second Corinthians 4:4. It says, "In whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Amashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them." See, he done blinded them so much, man. Mostly he blinded them with this their music, those movies. It's like when those angels blind blinded those alphabet people in Sodom and Gomorrah. See, they wave their hand and blinded all of them. This is what they do with their Hollywood movies. See, they push the movies in Hollywood and they push all that music and they blinding the mind. You can't think straight watching their movies and listening to their music. And he makes sure he blind 2/3 of them. But this is how they live their life as brain dead zombies. That's why in Revelation 11 and 8 say they dead bodies gonna lie in the street of the great city. But they the walking dead. Now let me get that in Ezekiel 37 because it talks about a people that's dead pretty much. Let's see here. Ezekiel 37, I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, he said unto me, son of man, can these bones live? So these people is like dead bones, man. It says, let me get to the point. Verse 11. It says, then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say our bones are dried and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. So they pretty much is like dead people, man. They don't know who they go back to in the Bible. You try to tell them which nation in the Bible you go back to. Because these nations are real nations and they did not die off. See, all the people that's still alive on the earth, they had children, they populated the land. See, it was millions of people that was doing it. So these people ain't died off, they still here. Now, and those dead bones was all only about the house of Israel. Those dead bones wasn't talking about some other kind of people. Now, I wanted to get that Isaiah on these rich people who hiding in bunkers and stuff. See, we gonna come get them out of them bunkers that they hiding in. So they can go ahead and dig your hole in the ground and think you're gonna get away. It's not gonna happen. 24. Isaiah 24 and 21. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high. See, it's talking about the one that's on high, that's living high on the horse. See, that's living high on the hog. They are on high. They got money stacked high. These are the people that the Lord is coming for. See, not the people in bondage. It says, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. 22. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison. And after many days shall they be visited. So these people are going into the pit, man. They gonna get pulled out of them bunkers and they gonna get thrown into a pit. See, we not gonna leave them in the bunker and put some guards by the door and say y'all got to stay in the bunkers for about 10 more years. No, we gonna snatch them out of that bunker and we gonna throw they behind in chain, and we gonna throw them into a pit. Now, Jeremiah 16:16, it say, behold, I will send for many fishers, says the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rock. So they're gonna be hunting these rich people out of these bunkers. See, Bill Gates them got $5 billion bunkers. They gonna go in there and snatch his behind out of there, man. It says, and I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. See, they got a whole field full of bunkers, man. The bunker dudes say they buying bunkers all over the place. My business is just too much because they know something is coming, and we gonna snatch them right out of there. As soon as they get in there and get to living good, and hearing that the world is going up in flames pretty much, and they trying to control the robots and all kind of crap from the bunker, they gonna see we coming for they behind. They gonna have all kind of malfunction, and everything gonna start going wrong, and it's gonna be a wonderful day. Oh, let's get that in Job, because it tells you that right there in Job. They gonna be down in them bunkers, and they gonna be operating, man. For them to go under the ground and go to living in them bunkers, that means they done left the top of the ground. They don't want to even be up here no more. So all hell got to be breaking loose, man. They done caught an airplane, helicopter, a boat, a train, or something, and done made it to that bunker, and they down there having a good time. And they probably controlling things through the AI or through whatever. Job chapter 21. No, Job chapter 20. Let's see here. Yep. Chapter 20. Job chapter 20. And let's see here. Though wickedness in his mouth, yet his men around and turn and God is running swallow. Look at verse 15. It says, He have swallowed down riches. See, that's what these rich elites, these globalists, how Trump try to throw a word out there. But this is what he's talking about. He have swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. See? Okay, let's get, verse 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. So when everything get to the full, this is when he in trouble. It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Verse 23, it's Job 20:23. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So the elites that's controlling America, these jokers gonna make it to them bunkers, man, and they gonna hide out. They not gonna get caught trying to make it to the bunker. They gonna go in the bunker. See, that's why they building the situation. He said just when they about to fill their belly, but they think they gonna just exterminate all the Israelites, and they gonna come out of the bunker smiling. They gonna say, cause they made a video or movie about it, that they gonna come out of the bunkers and everything gonna be all right. They gonna create them a whole nother world. See, after they done depopulated and killed all the people they don't need no more. It says, Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon. See, he gonna flee from the iron weapon. He gonna go into that doomsday bunker. He gonna ride out. He gonna do the Batman, hide in the Batman cave. See, he gonna try to get away. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. See, then you got bunkers in America. They think they gonna get away, and they don't put the bunker in the wrong country. They should have put it in another country, but they put it right here in America, thinking that it's gonna save they behind. They don't know that it's gonna be all kind of nukes hitting this place, man. Ain't no bunker you can create. But them nukes, once one nuke hit, that's gonna knock off the top ground. Then you're gonna have another nuke hit after that. That's gonna knock off some more. So if your bunker 90 feet, that first nuke gonna knock that 90 feet off. The second nuke gonna take the rest out. So you can't build on 90 feet bunker thinking that you're gonna get away. You're not getting away. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of the gall. Terrors are upon him. See, they scared to death. That's why in Revelation 6, it say that they was telling the mountains to hide us from the face of the Lamb. See, put us in this bunker way down low before this Lamb come and kill us. See. Oh yeah, let me get that in Revelation 16. See, it's gonna hit this thing, this great city of America, and it's gonna blow this place to smithereens. No bunker ain't gonna save none of these people, man. 16, starting at verse Revelation 16 and 19. It says, and the great city was divided into 3 parts. So okay, 3 parts. How are you gonna divide a whole country of America into 3 parts? By a nuclear missile. See, that nuclear missile is gonna hit. Bam! That's gonna divide some of it. Then another one gonna hit. Bam! Now, I'm not saying it's gonna be 3 missiles. I'm just saying multiple missiles is gonna hit the operation, man. There ain't gonna be nothing in this area. The thing gonna be on fire, and all kind of missiles is gonna be hitting this place, and it's gonna get divided. Look at what it says. It says, and the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell. And the great Babylon came into remembrance before God to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven. See, something gonna come out of heaven that's gonna cause the city to be divided. Something gonna come out of the sky. But see, heaven just means sky in the Bible, man. Or it means kingdom or rulership. Now, the heaven, when something coming out of the heaven, man, it's gonna divide that great city of America into 3 parts. One, I think in Revelation 11 it say 10 parts. Let me get that. Revelation 11. They give you the same descriptive where is it? 11. Oh yeah, it said 10th part. Revelation 11 and 13, it said the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. So that city is gonna have all kind of problems. See, that city is gonna catch it. what it says, and the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. So there ain't gonna be nobody over here in this country. It says, and the remnant was affrighted. See, only a remnant of the Israelites is gonna be saved out of this Babylon, the Great America. It says, and gave glory to the God of heaven. So once the missiles hit, man, no bunker ain't gonna save none of these dragons. Them gonna be the people in the other country. They gonna be in the east somewhere, hiding in the bunker. Them gonna be the survivor. Oh, let's get that in Amos. Amos. Salakia. Amos. Where is Amos? Oh, there it is. Amos chapter 9. Amos chapter 9. I'm going to just hit right to the point. Verse 12, it says, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen. See, that remnant goes into the people that's left over, that didn't get destroyed in the nuclear holocaust. It's going to be the remnant that's going to survive. Okay. Is it another one that's talking about this remnant? Then them are the two main ones. Let's go ahead and get that 65. 65. Nope, 66. Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66 and 15, it says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
You have to be tired, bro.
And by his fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Is this
the Lord,
the actual Bible?
He gonna kill a lot of people. In America, when they had that nuclear holocaust,
ain't gonna kill nobody.
America is gonna be destroyed with so many missiles. Iran got a whole underground city of nukes. Then you got North Korea always on TV talking about the nukes. You got Putin and his army. They all in the church with the orchestra saying these Americans don't even know we finna blow they behind up. See, they teaming up with China. They teaming up with South Africa. All these people teaming up to come against America because America put sanctions on them, saying that you can't tell us what to do with our dollar, with our currency. So they all mad with America. And then if Trump, don't let Trump get back in the office, he's gonna make it even worse because Trump mouth don't got no filter. He gonna tell them, bingo. He gonna tell them straight up, we'll blow y'all and we gonna do whatever. So what Putin say? Okay, you shoot your missiles. You shoot your missiles first. We gonna shoot our missiles second. You gonna go to hell and we gonna go to heaven. These are two powers on the earth that's talking to each other. You see, and the scriptures already got it prophesied, man, that this thing is gonna go. That's how it's gonna go down. Missiles gonna be flying all over the place. And you look at the rich people, they got bunkers.
Destruction as it is right there, us in Russia.
Yeah, look up bunkers, look up doomsday bunkers. When you look up doomsday bunkers, you're gonna see all kind of people that's buying bunkers, $3 million, $5 million. The man say, I got something in business. Then you're gonna see that too. That's the top business right now. Building bunkers. And all the filthy rich people, they got fields of them, bunkers. Because they know them nukes is gonna fly. And they don't got no control over Putin. He don't have a Senate. They didn't vote Putin in there. Putin is his own president. They don't have a democracy in Russia. See, Russia, they do what they want to do. Now, America, we got a so-called.
On my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light.
There you go. There you go. There you go. But hey, y'all have y'all fun while you can, man. Cause everybody, yeah, while you can have all the fun.
Make sure you come out here after the sun goes
Are you
down.
having fun?
Dance,
Is this
you know?
your fun? You do this for good?
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it.
Fuck
I
yeah.
love it. It's a warning to people, but at the same time, I love it because America is a terrible place, man. If y'all live in Florida,
Yeah.
you have to work a job in Florida. They gonna work you in Florida. If these
Of
people,
course.
a lot of our people be in the bushes over here on Williamson, they in the
Over
bushes.
here.
The city gonna come run you out them bushes. Or if you on the side in a wheelchair, you see them, they all in the wheelchairs by the 7-Eleven, by the Walmart. They in wheelchairs. They don't got no place to go. But if they get in the wrong area, the police will run them up out of there. You can't sleep in the park at night. What?
They
You can't sleep in the
can't be on
park
the
at
beach
night.
that
You see, you can't come on there at 1 o'clock. 11 o'clock, they might kick you out. That's the atmosphere of
They ain't
America.
kicking me
Now
out.
in
They
Georgia,
get my
guess what?
wheelchair.
You can go in the woods and get you a tent. Nebraska, you can go in the woods, get you a tent,
Yeah.
live off the
I
grid.
agree on
Nobody
that.
messes with you.
I do agree.
Florida, they force you to work.
I do agree on
You can
that.
be 70 years old.
Only because you have to pick your spot where it is where you can tent, and it tells you that you can have a tent site and everything.
Yes, I
Don't
love
come out
it.
here roaming around on your goddamn wheelchair thinking that you ain't gonna fucking get out of here.
Police gonna take you to jail.
They'll stand right the fuck about that.
Now there are more tent sites and more roomy sites in Georgia and in wherever you're talking about.
Yeah,
only
Georgia,
because
there's plenty of fucking woods around
Only
here.
I got
because
land.
there's more woods.
Yeah, I got land in Georgia.
But this
You
is
go in the woods.
actual. We don't want no homeless people roaming around here making our fucking city look crazy.
But see, in California, they got a whole tent city, man.
Yeah.
The whole street, they got tents down the whole street. On this side of the street, they pissing and pooping, and the city come and spray the side of the road to
Ew.
get the piss and the poop off.
Ew.
And they
Where?
call it Skid Row, right
Where
around
at?
Los
Like that.
Angeles, California.
Ew.
Atlanta got a lot of homeless people living
I
downtown.
think it's like 2,000 homeless people in that short area. Then they got a basketball gym with millionaires all in there running up and down the court.
Well, you know the whole point of this is because who the hell's gonna want to come here when you see people roaming around like that? Yeah, when you're in Georgia, you're in the straight woods. Yeah, of course. You go find your own wood. You know what I mean?
Smyrna, they got woods, and even on the highway, it's 2 homeless people. I
Fine.
see
So
them
who are you
walking up out
sticking
of
up
there.
for?
The homeless people and the people. That's
The
what
people,
the
everyone.
scripture say that when
So
you got
the
a
homeless people need to go find their own place, and the
When you
people.
got-
just find out.
Yeah, the
you see
fuck
what I'm
you
saying?
do.
When you got
You're
wicked,
in the fucking public. You don't.
see that's the problem. When you got
They're
wicked
gonna go anywhere
rulers,
they think they can get the most money if they're paying.
Well, fine.
Maybe.
You walk out of your room and you're wherever you're rooming at in the woods and come out into the public. Don't bring it out into the public.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But who created that atmosphere? When you got the government giving Ukraine billions of dollars, they giving all kind of other countries billions of dollars, and you got people sleeping on the side of the road. It don't make no kind of sense.
Yeah, we spend. That's the problem with our
Very
country.
wicked,
We
man.
spend money elsewhere. When
Yeah.
it should be spent in home.
Then Trump gave us some money. He the only president that gave people money. That's why they like Trump, because he the only one gave you some money. Nobody else gave you
Well.
money and cared nothing about you.
Yep.
Care what kind of condition you in, you out of there. Trump said, okay, we're gonna give you some money. We see the condition that this disease or whatever thing is going on, we're gonna give you some money. No, they just happened with Trump. They'll let you stay homeless in America. This place is very, very corrupt.
Yeah. That's when you ever heard about the government?
You're only
giving out
homeless
money
if
when
you wanna be
hard shit's
homeless.
going on, you know?
Well, I'm agree with you on that one, because a lot of these people do have family that have big time money and they just want to be
Right.
on drugs and do
Right.
whatever they want to do and live a crazy
Right.
life.
Agreed.
But a lot of people are not like that, and it's
Agreed.
just there's no other what you call it public there's no other public what do you call it services for these people that they have. You know, you got the welfare and you got the store on the inside, all kind of paperwork, and they want to know all your business. The welfare office, the families and children and families, you go there, they give you food stamps.
Yeah.
They give you housing, and that's only for the women. If you're a man,
No.
you're in trouble. You finna get put to work. You finna get put to work.
I don't feel like that's true.
Yeah, man, he got to work, and it's a good thing, but at the same time, we don't. The government is not meant. That's how the world's supposed to operate. But these people telling you what to do and when to do it. You can grow y'all can grow your own food on your own land. See, you don't got to go work for somebody to survive. You can grow your own food on your own land and be raising your children and teaching them everything you want to teach them. That's why you go online and look up off the grid. There's many families that's trying to get off the grid. I mean, get away from the government. And even the founding fathers of this country or this corporation said that we don't want big government. We want small government. Leave us the heck alone. That's why the Second Amendment give everybody guns on their hips, so the government won't come in and try to tell them what to do. But most of the Americans, they don't understand that. They like the government to give them all kind of stuff. It's like that's a trap.
Well,
Once I give you stuff, just like a cat come up to your house, you giving them food. Now I can catch you. I can catch you slipping.
listen to you. Now that's a good thing
That's how you trap
to
people.
say. But okay,
I could trap you once I done gave you something. See?
You got what
Most
you got
people
going on.
who's doing crookedness.
Listen, I love you.
Yeah.
Right now.
Y'all go look up doomsday bunkers, man. Research that
you
stuff.
You better fucking be recording this all the time. You're gonna have so many fucking views right now.
Yeah. Y'all have a good one.
We are. Make sure you leave safe out.
Yeah, man.
Probably go out.
She's in her own world. She don't care
I
what y'all got going on. Yeah, man.
I
I don't care
know.
what they got going on.
I was like, this
right
little
now.
girl, I swear to God, I don't know what the hell. Oh my. Bro, she's acting like that little crackheaded lady over there. I'm gonna have to go in the room and talk to her. Sit her down.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Sit her down.
Y'all have fun. Let me get that verse. That's one of the biggest ones in here. And I'm right there with Leviticus limitation. We tell them straight to their face, you better have fun while you can. These people, nobody don't got no pity. The government don't got no pity on the people. The Lamentations 4 and 20. No, 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. See, you best to rejoice and be glad. I'm talking about have a good time. Because, boy, look at him. When that drummer hit, let's go back to that in Second Ezra. See, it's time to have all the fun you can, because when it's time to pay that piper, it's going to be a wrap. Oh, I'm going to get that in Ecclesiastes. Second Ezra 8 and 50, it say, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. See, most of them, they don't believe, no, nothing's going to happen. Oh, let me get that Ecclesiastes. Nothing is going to happen. No way. Not America. No. Say, well, how about don't even worry about it. It's going to have you some fun. Because guess what? It's going to happen. You ain't got no control of it. Hold on. Ecclesiastes. Where is it? Right before Proverbs. Oh, right after Proverbs. Okay. Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Chapter 5. Where is it? 5. Or is it 7? It's talking about the dead. Oh, 9 and 5. Salaki. It says, where is it?
Oh, I've done it like Three
Uh,
times.
for the it say, let me just read 9 and 5. It say, for the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything, neither have they any more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Okay, say also the love and their hate and their envy is now perished, neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun. Go your way, eat your bread with joy, and drink with wine with a merry heart, for God now accepted your works. Okay. Oh, there it is, verse 10. Whatsoever your hand find to do, do it with your might. See, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whether you go it. See, this is what he's telling these Edomites. This is what these Edomites need to consider. Let me read that again. It say, what so this is Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. It say, whatsoever your hand find to do, do it with your might. For there is no work or no device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whether you go it. Now that grave also going into slavery. See, once you get into slavery, it ain't gonna be no laughing matter. So you better do everything you can do right now. Because once you get in them chains and we throw you into a pit, then you gonna be mad at that situation. Let me get Ecclesiasticus, because it's a verse in there that tells you. Let's see here. Ecclesiastes 40 and 38. It say, my son, live not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg. So once they get into that slavery and we put chains on their behind, it's gonna be like they dead. That's why they say we dead in the dead bodies lying in the street, because we got to beg the so-called white man for food, clothing, and shelter. We got to beg them for everything that we want. So it's like being dead. So before you get into that stage of begging as a slave to your slave master, see, you better have all the fun and do everything you gonna do with all your might. Cause once you get into the condition that we in, and see, they gonna get double. See, these jokers gonna get double in they slavery. They not gonna be like how we are. We gonna give they behind double. They gonna have a slavery of all slaveries. Revelation Revelation 18 and 6. It says, reward her as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, in the cup which she filled, fill to her double. See, whatever they gave us in America, we gonna give they behind double. See, so you think about the so-called atrocity that the so-called white man and the devil dished out to the nation of Israel, to the Hispanics who they was hanging, to the Negroes who they was hanging, see, to the Native Americans who they was scamping their heads off, see, selling their hair for gold coin, slaughtering them by major numbers. That is not gonna be nothing, man. We gonna double that thing over. That's how we gonna be doing these Edomites. So they better have all the fun that they can while they can, because if you don't, you finna be you're gonna wake up in slavery. That's what's gonna happen. And that slavery is gonna be the worst slavery. The slave trade ain't gonna have nothing on we throw these people in chains, man. So we gonna double it up. I say double or nothing. Double or nothing. Jeremiah 30:16, it says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all your adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil you shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon you will I give for a prey. See, they gonna get a major punishment, and they better get ready, boy. And like the scripture say, rejoice and be glad that you even got a kingdom, because you really didn't have to get your behind the kingdom. It's just the nation of Israel needed to see and understand wickedness by being under this slave master, but he can teach them all the wicked ways that they don't need to be participating in. Uh, oh, Obadiah. All right, let me get this Obadiah. Obadiah, verse Obadiah, Obadiah 15, starting at 15, it say, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As you have done, it shall be done unto you. Thy reward shall return upon your own head. See, whatever they done did in the transatlantic slave trade in the 1900s, in the 2000s, it's going to be done to them. It says, verse 16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continuously. Yeah, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though he had not been. See, we gonna make them drink and feel that punishment. You gonna get double. And when Isaiah 24 said that they're gonna be thrown in a pit, see, that's gonna be an amazing sight. That's gonna be an amazing sight to see. That's what they need to put in Hollywood. All these rich people down in a pit, chained up. Let me get King David. What King David said is gonna happen to these people. And this is who the 2/3 is following, man. They following a bunch of people that's gonna be in chains, man. If they even survive the war. Psalms 49. I'm gonna start at verse 6 to get straight to the point. It says, let the high praises of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. See, we gonna put these people in chains, man. They are not gonna get away with nothing. Whatever they did, they gonna get double. Not only is we gonna get back on them, we gonna get double. See, we gonna get double on knocking their teeth out their mouth. See, we gonna get double everything they did to us. But like what the girl Whoopi Goldberg on Color Purple, she said everything you did to me is gonna happen to you. See, this is exactly how the situation gonna go. Now, I got this verse in my head. Where is it? There it is. 10. Yeah, I was trying to get that verse that talks about how we gonna knock their teeth out of their mouth, knock the teeth out of the young lion. Yeah, I don't think I got it. But yeah, let me go ahead and get Proverbs, the first chapter. Let me end it with this. No, that ain't the one. Well, I'm just ending on Daniel because I can't find the verse. Daniel 7 and 18. Daniel 7 and 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. So we gonna take the kingdom from these Edomite dragons, the so-called white man, and we gonna possess it. We gonna be that new heaven and that new earth that's gonna last forever, where righteousness should dwell. And these dragons is gonna be in a pit, and after 1,000 years, we're gonna exterminate they behind. See? And they're not gonna get the kingdom back. Let's see, I want to throw Daniel. No, I'm gonna leave that right there. Yeah, they're not gonna get the kingdom back. We gonna possess the kingdom forever. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, descendants of slaves, uh, scattered around the globe on slave ships and through many captivities. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.